Hello everyone and welcome to Gadgets 360. Today I have with me the new Galaxy A52. Now this is one of the two phones that Samsung has launched in India. The other one is the Galaxy A72. Now there is a 5G variant of this particular device called the Galaxy A52 5G, but Samsung isn't launching it in India yet. Maybe at a later point, but now that I have this device, I am curious to see how it is. So let's go ahead, unbox this device and take a first look. However, before I proceed, well, if you're new here, be sure you are subscribed to the Gadgets 360 YouTube channel and click on that bell icon so that you are notified whenever we upload a new video. So this is what the box of the Galaxy A52 looks like. Now there are no specifications on here. So let's go ahead and unbox it. So this is the Galaxy A52. It's got a matte like finish. I think you will be able to see it now. And it does look different, I would say. I'm gonna quickly power it on. Keep it aside and let's check what else do you get in the box. And in the box, you get a 15-watt charger, though the device is capable of 25-watt fast charging. Next is the cable. So you do have a Type A to Type C cable that's in the box. It's a neat touch. And this has the Type A port. Nothing else in the box, so I'm going to keep this aside. Let's quickly check if there is something here. This is the SIM eject tool. I've got some documentation here. So there's no case in the box. So something you might want to buy when you are buying this smartphone. Now, while I am setting this device up, I will talk you through the specifications of the device. So you get a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display and a 90Hz refresh rate. At the top, you've got a hole punch, which Samsung refers to as an Infinity-O display, and has a 32-megapixel selfie camera there. In terms of the thickness, or rather the weight of the device, the phone weighs around 190 grams, so it is well lighter than some of the other phones I have tested recently. At the back you get a quad camera setup, and the big three lenses, they kind of remind me of the Galaxy S21 here, but you get a quad camera setup with a 64 megapixel primary camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera with a 123 degree field of view. You get a 5 megapixel macro camera and a 5 megapixel depth sensor. So this is the depth sensor here and this is the macro camera. In terms of the battery capacity, you get a 4500 milliamp hour battery. Now the button placement is all on the right here, as you can see. The power button is convenient, it's easy to hit. The volume rocker, it does require a little bit of stretching. It's not a problem there. I think the back is fingerprint resistant, but it might just pick very few fingerprints. It's not that easy to spot. The camera module too is very slightly raised. I'm not sure if you can see it here. It's very slightly raised, and since it's the same color, it doesn't stand out in particular. Now this phone does have stereo speakers, so that is something nice. Also get an IP67 rating for dust and water resistance, so that is something that was earlier common on the Galaxy A series, but it wasn't for a while, so the A52 gets it back. It has an in-display fingerprint scanner. Now you haven't seen a physical scanner anywhere. Let's quickly set up the in-display fingerprint. Let's take a look at the software on the Galaxy A52. Now there are a few recommended apps that Samsung has checked by default. I don't want to install them. If you do find them useful, you can go ahead and install them. You also can sign into a Samsung Galaxy account if you have it. I'm skipping that step. Now let's talk about the processor that is powering this device. So you get a Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G SoC. There are 3 RAM options. So you do have a 4GB of RAM, 6GB of RAM, or 8GB of RAM to choose from, and 2 storage options. The one that I have here is the 6GB RAM option with 128GB of storage. As you can see, in terms of ports, you've got the 3.5mm headphone jack at the bottom, the USB Type-C port, the bottom firing speaker, and at the top you've got the secondary microphone and the SIM tray. The left is pretty bare. So let's go ahead, quickly pop that SIM tray open and check what kind of setup do we get. So as you can see, this is a hybrid SIM setup. You can use 2 Nano SIM cards or 1 Nano and a microSD card slot, and as you can see, it also has a rubber seal around it, which helps waterproofing the device quite well. So this is Android 11 and along with One UI 3.1. So this is not One UI Core, but this is One UI 3.1. So you do have a few apps pre-installed. You've got Amazon PhonePay, Snapchat, Facebook, and a few more. I think you should be able to uninstall it right away. So if you don't use them, you can go ahead and uninstall them. You've got the December security patch here. It's slightly dated, but I'm sure it's gonna get an update soon if you just unboxed it. Let's quickly check if there is a software update available. Yes, so there is a software update available with a Feb security patch. So that is fairly recent and acceptable. So I'll let it install that. One UI 3.1 is very familiar. If you've used the Samsung phone before, you will find yourself at home. It's very easy to use. I do like the way this phone feels in the hand. I will be reviewing this device, so if you don't want to miss that, be sure you are subscribed to the Gadgets 360 YouTube channel. I'll see you in the next one. And that was a quick unboxing and my first look at the Galaxy A52. Now, what do you think about this smartphone? Do let me know that in the comments down below. And as always, for all things tech, stay tuned to Gadgets360.com.